You've got to deal with all of this with these little guys who are trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong. And, there's times that you have to step back and realize that they need a breathing room. I know I need breathing room at times, and I can't imagine being a teenager or a little kid having to split my love and affection between a bunch of different people. We've had to deal with Biomom doesn't want anything to do with the kids anymore since they explained to her that they're not going to do any bad stuff, because for a while she had them put up to doing bad stuff to me and Dad. One was video and stuff, sending it to her house, and they would try to alter it to make it go to Child Protection Services. We've had them in our house several times, and they figure out it's all lies. Every time, it's a lie. It's to the point she'll call them like, come on out, I'm good, I'm ready, let's go. But that's what the high conflict biomoms do. They want to stir up enough trouble where they can split you up so that they can ease back in. High conflict bio dads do the same thing because they want control of your spouse or your significant other because they have that no more. Once your significant other moves on and they're trying to build a life with someone else, they're jealous, they're upset because they did no wrong in their mind. If you get a chance to Google what a narcissistic sociopath, that's most of the time what you're dealing with, especially if they're high conflict. So you've got to sort through all that, and sometimes you've got to step back and think in yourself and in your mind, Nacho Kid Nacho problem. My husband, he took our kids, or the stepkids, which are his biological kids, are in sports, and they had to have these special shoes to play the sport. And he bought a used pair for one and a new pair for the other one. In my mind, I wanted to scream because I'm like, if you buy one for one, you got to buy one for the other one, and they got to be just alike because nobody can feel like they're more special than the other one. And he's like, hey, this is how I'm doing it. I wanted to come apart, but I had to step back and remind myself, Nacho Kid, Nacho problem, everybody's happy. Is it killing anybody? Is anybody upset? Is anybody crying beside yourself? No, so shut up, sit down, and just go on. So I had to breathe, had to walk away and let him, and it's still fine. The kids are happy. The kids are fine. The kids are probably happier because we're not arguing as much. But, the Nacho method is not saying if the kids have a lighter and they're setting the house on fire, Nacho Kid, Nacho problem, walk away. Oh, no, no, no. Don't let the kids burn the house down. You got to have a place to live. Furthermore, they got to have a place to live too. But I'm saying if it's something little remedial, just nacho it. Walk away. Get you a spa day. Relax. I'm not even going to kid you and tell you I go to the spa and fantasy myself because I don't have that kind of money. I get in my car, I grab me a gordita or a burrito from Taco Bell, and I ride and I listen to my music, and we live in a beautiful area. I love the mountains and seeing all the sights, and sometimes I go sit by the water and try to see some fish. But you got to have time for you. You cannot be Superwoman or Superman all the time. If you try to be everything to everyone, you lose yourself. When you lose yourself, you become crankier. You become disengaged. You don't want to be there. I'm not saying you don't love them, but it gets you to the point that you just want to go, You have to get you some time to yourself. I call it a mama vacation. Now, do I want, bad as I hate to say it, sometimes I need time from all the kids. So I just have to go for a ride. But, the hardest thing is, as a stepmom, it's like you can never win. No matter how hard you try, you can't do anything right. And then when you step back and you try to give them a break, then, other people are like, yeah, you're just being that way because it's not your kids. And it's like, no, I need a break because they're driving me crazy. But, it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to, think, I want to run away. It's okay to think about that. But don't. Because if you do, you're going to be regretting it. Because you're there for a reason. remember the times that you tucked them in at night, or the times that they've won something and ran over, you're the first one they want to tell. I mean, that was so excited. My stepson won his first wrestling match, and Dad's on one end, and I'm on the other end, and he ran to my end. He's like, yes, I did it. And I'm like, yeah, you did. Woo. He came to me first. He didn't go to his dad. It was the best feeling in the world. And there's still times that, they'll go and they'll do something. The first thing I'll get hey, guess what? And it's like, yes, they like me. I recently got hurt. I broke my arm, and I had to come home in a cast. And the first thing they do is look up and like, oh my God. And I'm sick as a dog, so they had to give me pain medicine to set my arm. And I was just nauseated as could be. And I have to walk through the living room to come to my bedroom. And all three of the boys are sitting there. And the look on their faces, I thought that the monster had walked in the door. And their mouths they said, now what are we going to do? She's got one arm. And of course, my husband's like, you're going to help her. That's what you're going to do. And, I was trying to take my cast off, and I couldn't take it off because it's one of them things they put on your arm and it's stuck to it. They have to take off with a saw. Well, I was trying to get it off. And my stepkid walks in, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get this off my hand. It hurts. I can't stand it. And he's like, no, you got to roll over. You got to go back to sleep. And my husband had gone to get my pain medicine because the other pain medicine had already started wearing off. And so I looked up, and I've got two stepkids standing at the door, both of them just laughing their heads off because I'm trying to tear this thing off my arm. And I'm like, would y'all shut up and quit laughing at me because this isn't funny. It hurts. Of course, they laughed harder. And I said, I need something to drink. Well, before I knew it, all three had brought me something to drink at one time. They were racing to see. And I'm telling you, it makes you feel so awesome because there's times when it feels like all three are lined up to cause havoc and wreak havoc. But then when it comes down to the fine line, at the end of the day, all three of them will tell you right quick, they love me and they love to have me around. And I know I love them and I love to have them around. There's a lot of days we fuss, we fight, we have problems. But at the end of the day, they know who's got their back. And that's what you want your stepkids to know. At the end of the day, you're there. Hopefully you're standing right there with Dad and Bio Mom and all of you making a good fence to take care of them. But the reality is, 9 times out of 10, if you're raising your stepkids, Bio Mom's down the road visiting somebody while you and Dad standing there trying to make the fence. And you got to make that fence a strong fence because you want to raise positive men and women. You want them to grow up in a world where they can make so many changes and so many great choices. I told my stepson the other day, I said, let me tell you something. You're stuck with a generational curse. And I'm praying to my Jesus and to my God every day that generational curse is going to be broken. And you guys are going to have so much out of life that you won't know what to do with. You want to bless so many others. And he said, do you really think I can do that? I said, yes. If you study, if you go to college, if you get you an education, you can be somebody. I said, you can make more money than me, your dad, your grandma, everybody put together. You might not be president because that job's taken. But you can be somebody big. You can make a difference. I said, and at this point, when you make that difference, I want you to remember this conversation we're having right now, and you remember that Jennifer told you you could do it. So he went out and he made a good grade on his schoolwork, and he started doing his schoolwork better. But these are conversations that you have to have. You have to put yourself to the side and realize that these kids love you. They're just probably paid by stepmom or stepdad to, give you a fit. That's what they got to do. We've had conversations with the kid's stepdad and tried to make things better for Bio Mom, but the best part right now for them is that Bio Mom gets help and doesn't have any involvement, and that's been hard. That's why I haven't recorded as many shows, because how can I tell you to blend your family when right now I can't blend my own? You feel like a failure. And I want to. I would love for their Bio Mom to step up and, everything to be peaches and cream, drop them off every other weekend, and Dad and I have time together, but that's not reality in our situation. All situations are different. I feel horrible because, my job as a blended family life coach is to teach you how to blend your families, how to disengage from arguments when I can't do that because I deal with a high conflict bio mom. Their mom went and told some lies, and right now I'm having to deal with all the legalities of it while I'm raising her kids. Do we get child support? No, we do not. Do I wish we did? Oh yeah, it would be nice. It would be helpful. I'm raising 3 teenagers. 2 of them just got their permit. Whoop, whoop, go stepmom. And it's like, I'm there for these occasions. I look forward to it. When they first got their permits and they come running out and one of them picked me up, I'm like, come on now, put me down. What's going on? We won, we got it. And I'm like, yes, I knew you could do it. We prayed before we went in for them to take the test. And it's awesome. Those are the little things. You've got to remember the good times. But, when you're having a very hard time and it seems like you're doing nothing right and Nacho Kid doesn't do very much for you, go for a drive. Go for that spa day. Go time for you. Because maybe you're just wore out. Maybe they're wore out having you around. I tell them, there's times they tell me, go for a drive. I'm like, I'm out. I'm gone. I'll see you on a little bit. But, the kids can tell when I need it. Sometimes I think they do get on my nerves on purpose so that I'll go for a drive. But I hope you guys have learned something. I hope I've made a difference in one of your lives. Leave me some feedback if I have, because I love to read updates. And, if you get a chance, check us out on Amazon, Beyond the Barstool, and on Facebook, Jennifer James, Blended Family Life Coach. Hope you have an amazing week, and always remember Philippians 4:13.